New patch, new maps, new patch, new maps, new patch, new maps, new maps, new patch. Ladies and gentlemen, it is November the 25th, 2024, year of our Lord, and StarCraft 2 has new old maps, a new complete set that we haven't seen before with some returning maps, Neon Violet Square. Some of you remember this one. You get a pocket third that doesn't have full mineral saturation, but it does have 2 gas. So you can make some 3 base gas heavy plays with less minerals and play really safe, or you can expand out or down and be more aggressive at your opponent. There is a gold base here and a gold base here. Neon Violet Square, I remember this map. Cool to see it back. Frostline, new map. Main base, expand down to a natural, choose between thirds, get some 4th bases potentially. Pretty normal map, all things considered. Feels fairly short rush in the matches that I had. Ultral, very bright, colorful map. Probably the most visually new looking one. It's very vivid, of a lot of stuff going on. Reasonable game, slightly aggressive maybe, but fairly normal macro map. Abyssal Reef, old map, returning to the pool. This one looks great. I'm excited to play on it again. I got destroyed on this map. Just with the way that tanks can abuse this area, and Protoss cannon rushes on this map are brutal. So you might have to play this map different than usual or something. There's just a really nasty cannon area right here. And this map, I think, was in the pool before Protoss had the double probe, like double down on cannon rush mindset. Stay safe, Chad. Cannon rushes happen here. Laylines, this is a new map. Main base, natural, 3rd option here. The 3rd bases are really far away on this map, so defending against Hellion feels pretty dicey to me. You might want to keep your drones at these 2 bases first for a while, and then transfer them over later whenever you have some safety roaches, because I was getting some drones heckin' cooked. This is Whispers of Gold. Main base, expand down into a natural, take a 3rd here, take a 4th here. This base feels pretty nice for Zerg because the bases all have good access from each other. They're all close. So you get a nice clump of 4 bases right here, which feels good. This main base area is absurd. There's an absurdly huge cliff right here. You could drop like 8 medivacs of stuff. So maybe putting a couple spores on this cliff would be very prudent. Even 3 of them. This is a crazy cliff in the main. And the rush by air is pretty short. So King's Cove returning map. 3rd base being really far once again. This one is really far. This one is almost closer, but it's down. Pretty awkward map for Zerg, it feels to me. But we'll see how I end up playing stuff. A lot of Protoss were going triple Robo today. I don't know if that's a new meta, but because the Immortal is cheaper now, Protoss are trying to just compensate by spamming out more of them in response to the Immortal rework, which could end up being a sort of buff, where they can spam Immortals like a gateway unit almost, because it's pretty close to the cost of a Stalker, it feels like. Amygdala. This is probably the worst Zerg map we've ever seen in the past 8 years. I don't know if I've ever been this tilted by a map in the past, about that long on ladder. This entire area in the middle is encased in rocks. You can't even get to any of this area unless someone breaks some rocks. So, Terran can boost with their medivacs and put tanks all up on here, and you can't get there, and then you can't break the rocks because they have the high ground. So, boy howdy, you have to play Rotravager. It's just not tenable to play Lynx. So, in that sense, this is kind of like the new Crimson Court, I guess. That's their idea. This is Dustin Browder's revenge, apparently. This activates my amygdala a lot. El Dorado. This is a reskin of Golden Wall. I'll wait until someone can convince me otherwise. It's Golden Wall. The wall is a little bit different. It's more green and orange wall, but it's got gold right here. Let's not kid ourselves. Golden Wall is back as well. But the patch is pretty interesting. Ultras look huge to me. They ended up reverting the size change they did before, and Ultras are a little bit slower now, but they do have the push effect, so they will push other Zerg units out of the way. Feels like a pretty big nerf, but it looks very cinematic. So I had a lot of fun with it. Stay safe. Try to macro, but watch out for cannons. Drone a lot. Expand a lot. Queens are expensive now. I don't know who in the Zerg Cabal allowed this patch to go in, but I'll talk to them and just try to figure out what's going on.